So I'm going to try really hard not to turn this into a rant, but I'm not making any promises. So this morning, it's a lovely morning, nice and warm, and we went out for a nice early walk, didn't we, Florence? Yep. And we went to the reservoir near where we live, and they had a lovely swim and a lovely play in the water, and it was great. And I had a few little bits I needed to get done today. But as you do, I thought I'll have a little quick look on Facebook this morning, and a post popped up on a group that I'm a member on, and it's a Rottweiler group, but you see this in all kinds of different groups. And I went from feeling quite relaxed and quite calm to feeling like my blood pressure was about to explode, if that's such a thing, or such a descriptive term. So what I want to do is just a quick video just dispelling some of the myths about feeding your dog raw chicken and raw chicken bones, because unfortunately the internet gives people who don't know what they're talking about a platform, and the world is their audience, and people ask for advice, and then they get responses from people that are absolutely ludicrous. They're ludicrous and they're not correct. It's complete rubbish. So, question was, it's a fair question. We collected our 8-week-old pup on Saturday. When sorting out her food, we were told chicken wings are good for using as treats. Brackets, she's raw fed. When we got home and saw the size of them, we're unsure if these are too big for her. Now, that's a fair question. A chicken wing is quite a lot for an 8-week-old puppy to manage in one go. Teeth probably aren't going to be strong enough yet, but they can eat bone at that age. Obviously, I'm a big advocate of raw feeding, and just before we go any further, I'm not going to go too much into like the science and the biology and etc. of raw feeding, because the detail is going to be kept for my my raw feeding seminar and workshop that's going to happen in the next few weeks, and it's just not really relevant. It's not really necessary to this video, and it will make it go on for too long. So, fair question. No issue with that at all. So let's have a look at some of the replies. Okay, so the first response, I personally wouldn't give any dog chicken bones. Really? Why? I'm going to elaborate on that at all, or somebody replies, what's wrong with raw chicken bones? Cooked ones splinter, but raw ones don't. The reply, as I said, I personally. Okay, fair enough, but why? What's your logic? What's your reasoning behind that? Now, there's another reply to that. It says, I agree. I saw a pic once of a dog on an operating table with hundreds of bones pulled out of his stomach. I'd rather not risk it when it's not like there's other food out there for them. I think they mean when it's not like there isn't other food out there for them. Obviously we know there is. It's commercially available dog food. So another reply we've got is, not worth a trip to the vets personally. Why would a puppy need to go to the vet? If the puppy's supervised, doesn't eat an excessive amount, then why would she require the attention of a vet? It's being made out with that comment like if the puppy eats it, there's going to be a massive problem, and it's going to require the dog goes to the vet. There isn't going to be one, so that's quite baffling, really. Now, again, I don't want to get too much into my opinions on commercially available dog food. Again, that would be something that I would say for my raw feeding seminar. That then leads on to another comment. Bear in mind we're on there's other food available. The gentleman pipes up and he says, I agree, no chicken bones. You should use, not you could buy, or you could use, or you could give your dog. You should use Royal Canin Puppy. It has all the nutrients the puppy needs. Artificial ones that are added to the food, synthetic vitamins and minerals. So it has all the nutrients the puppy needs. Also, you can add as well Butcher's Puppy Tripe. I didn't know there's a difference between puppy tripe and normal tripe, but yeah, you feed your dog tripe. Brilliant, good for them. I agree. You can feed your dog puppy tripe if you want a good, healthy dog. Been doing this for over 30 years and had good, solid dogs. Hope this helps. Okay. If you come on one of my raw feeding seminars, I'll tell you all about Royal Canin dog food. You'll probably be quite shocked. Anyway, that's another topic. Let's have a quick another scroll down. That's another one. Chicken bones are dangerous because they splinter. No, they don't. Cooked chicken bones splinter. They become brittle. Raw chicken bones are actually, in terms of bones, extremely soft, which is why chicken bones are what are recommended for puppies. Raw chicken bones for dogs that are getting into raw feeding and to make sure they get the bone content. Now, just going back to the comment about saw a picture of a dog on an operating table with hundreds of bones pulled out of its stomach. Now, first of all, I don't believe it was hundreds. I would imagine what's probably happened there is the dog's been overfed and it hasn't been able to digest them properly and it's become blocked. Yeah, absolutely, that could happen. But we're not feeding our dog so much bone that they can't digest it all. That's why we work on the ratios for a raw meal, 80, 10, 10, 10% of that being the bone content. And I'd be really interested to know whether they were raw bones, whether they were cooked bones it was a few big cooked bones that had shattered into many pieces, if that happened at all. This is the internet, remember. What else have we got? Personally, as long as it's been frozen for over a week, ensures the bacteria is killed, then a frozen chicken wing is a fab choice. If you're unsure, ask here, blah, blah, blah. That's not really relevant. Wrong. So, chicken can be fed to a dog fresh. Fish and pork, however, if bought fresh, need to be frozen because there's different bacteria that lives on fish and pork as opposed to chicken. Now, dogs harbour salmonella and E. coli. It doesn't affect them like it affects us. Dogs are not people and people are not dogs. Obviously, E. coli salmonella is very bad for us. it doesn't affect dogs. Dogs can get poisoned by bacteria from meat, but they get that from rancid meat, so spoiled meat, gone off meat, bad meat. There isn't any bacteria on chicken that you need to get rid of. As I say, just fish and pork has some different sorts of bacteria and parasites that by freezing it for 2 or 3 weeks, if it's bought fresh, if it's bought frozen already, crack on, defrost it, give it to the dog. But if it's bought fresh, like from a chiller cabinet, yes, you need to freeze it before you give it to the dog for a few weeks. Right, so yeah, that's pretty much it. I feel a lot more calmer about it now, but I see these posts all the time where people just spout things that are not true. So just remember, bones are a natural part of a dog's diet. They are carnivorous scavengers. They're like foxes, jackals, wolves. Wolves don't kill their prey and then drag it to the nearest house and ask for it to be cooked or ask for the bone to be taken out of it. So yeah, to surmise, if you hear these things being said, they're not true. But the big three things that people will remark, and they obviously don't know what they're talking about. And to counter those 3 things, remember, raw bones do not splinter. They are soft. Second thing, dogs don't suffer from E. coli or salmonella poisoning. They become ill from bacteria on meat when they've eaten bad meat, rancid or gone off meat. And the third thing is that you don't need to freeze raw chicken prior to feeding it, only fresh fish and fresh pork. If you need any advice at all on raw feeding, send me a message. Don't listen to these people. They don't know what they're talking about.